Okay, somebody had a question on M37 carburetor. They're a bit unusual, but he was having trouble getting this started, and he said he checked and he had spark on the number 1 cylinder, so he thought it was in the fuel, which, you know, that's the way you go through it. But to check if you're getting gas from the fuel pump, take this fitting, the pipe loose, leave the fitting in place, but take the pipe loose, loosen that one slightly, tip it back a little bit, and put a plastic pop bottle on there and crank it a couple times, and you'll find out if you're pumping or not. But you can also take this little fitting here, there's a little plug loose, will drain the sediment bowl in the carburetor. Take that loose and see if you got gas in the carburetor. Now, if you're pumping, but you don't have gas in the carburetor, take the fitting loose, you know, leave the pipe off. This fitting actually contains the needle valve that goes right to the carburetor float. It's kind of a nice setup. It's built right into the fitting. So take that fitting out and find out if your needle valve is stuck or froze or something. You can also take this screw loose, this jet on top, and dump gas right into the carburetor and fill the float bowl up that way. And then you can find out if you're actually getting, you know, if it'll fire if you put gas in it. Because his problem was he didn't know where to, you know, there's a lot going on the air cleaner here, so you really can't just dump gas in the carburetor or even ether, really. And that's not something I'd recommend doing on a gas motor ether anyway. Especially they're low compression but long stroke, kind of like a diesel. I wouldn't monkey with ether. But just take this screw out, the whole jet comes out, and then you can dump like a half a cup of gas in there and then crank it and see if you get action. Oh, and another question on M37, somebody asked me what the replacement fan belt, Napa B52. Nice simple part number. But that's the direct replacement for the fan belt. Now I got to go to work.